Hello and welcome to the another video. Thank you for joining me. My name is Ram and today we are going to discuss about GCP Filestore. So before we jump into the practical, let's get a technical overview of the Filestore. We will be talking the feature and what is the Filestore. Okay, so let's get started. So Filestore's instances are generally a fully managed file server on Google Cloud that can be connected to the compute engine VM, GCE cluster, and your on-premise machines, right? And once we have provisioned the instance, we can scale the capacity of your, we can say, file store instance according to the need without any downtime, right? So this is the, let's suppose if you want to go to the GCP, then you have to click into the, you have to search with the file store in the search bar, and you have to go to the file store, okay? So as I talked that the file store instance is fully managed file server. So this is just like the when we say about the file server, right? The file server is just like a NFS server, right? Which we configure in the our infrastructure and we do the share with the other clients. So Filestore is provide us the different service tiers. So just like there are three tiers in the Filestore. So there is a basic tier, enterprise tier, and the high scale tier. So when you click on the create, right, that you will find the tier, right, configuring service tier. So there are three type of the tier: basic, enterprise, and high scale. So basic tier is generally used for the general purpose enterprise storage system, like the, and it is optimized with the cost, right? So we can use it just like the file sharing, any software development, any web hosting, or basic AI. For that purpose, we can go with the basic service tier. If we have mission critical workloads requiring high availability, then we can go with the enterprise tier service. If we want the high skill tier, right, for the STCM, best compute, EDA, media rendering and transcoding, advanced AI in a large data set, then we can go with the high scale service. This high scale service tier, so it will give us the more capacity, right, more performance. So if you will see, right, then if we go to the with the basic tier, then it gives us the ability to provision an instance with the 1 to 63.9 TB of the capacity, right? And when we go with the enterprise, it's give 1 to 10 TB of capacity with the high availability. And we go with the high K scale, then we can go with the 10 to 100 TB of capacity with the better performance. So these are the about the service tier. And when we talk about the when I said that it is a NFS server, right? NFS managed service. So it supports the NFS version 3 file system protocol on this. So any client which support the NFS version 3 is compatible to connect with this file store service. When we talk about connectivity, so file store instance can connect to any client that are on the same VPC network, including shared VPC network. And we can also connect to the client on remote network, such as on the on-premises machine. But we should have the connectivity between the on-prem and the GCP cloud using the cloud VPN or a cloud interconnect, we can say. Right. So this is the something about the technical overview. And if we talk about the data recovery options available within this file sharing service, then we have two options. One is backup and one is snapshot. So let's understand what is the different and what is the backup and snapshot. So file store backups are point in time copies of, we can say, it's a point in time copies of a file store instance that include all user data and some instance metadata. You can create a backup of an instance in any region, then use it to restore the instance in any region to exciting the file store instance or any new instance. And when we talk about the snapshot, so what is snapshot? A snapshot is a file store. Snapshot preserve the state of your file store, right? It preserves your state of the instance and data at a time that when the snapshot is created or the taken. We can use snapshot to restore individual file or directories or completely revert our instance to the state of the snapshot. So this is about the just like we can say a 10,000 feet of the technical overview on the instance. So let's let's click on the create and let's try to create, right? So what you have to, when you have to create the Filestore instance, then you have to give the instance ID. Either you can give just like the meaningful name. Let me give you the demo instance, right? And if you want to give the description, then you can give the description. You have to select the configuration service tab. So as I told you that what is the difference between these different type of the service tabs. So right now I'm going with the basic because we are going with the general purpose NFS system. And if you want to compare all this, the tire and the what is the, just like here also you can see, right? We have selected a basic tire with the SDD option. If you want to compare instance type, then you can click on the one and it will give you the highlight overview of the technical overview of the instances. Just like the, as I said, if you will going with the uh, basic tab, then what it initial capacity is given to 1.63 or 9 TB, right? And when you go with the enterprise, then it give the 1 to 10 TB. With the high scale, it will give us the 10 to 100 TB. Capacity growth, yes, definitely we can grow only. We cannot sink in the basic capacity. But yeah, if we go into the enterprise, then you can grow and sink as well. The same with the high scale. Storage types is provided, it's offer the SDD or SSD, and these two options are available in this SSD version only. It because these are the high performance and mission critical workloads are deployed on this type of this service tabs, then it use the SSD storage. Availability, this is the zonal, and enterprise is regional. It is highly available as so. It's the data is distributed across the different zones. So with the single region, it's the same with the zonal data recovery backup. We have to take manually and snapshot with the but in the high scale it doesn't give the backup option. The sample use case, if we say, then this is common file storage need, the file sharing, software development, web development, hosting, basic AI. This used for mission critical workloads, high capacity and performance need, STC, right? BAS, compute, EDA, media rendering, transcoding, advanced AI. So this is about the comparing the instance type in the three different service type. Then you can select based on your requirement. You can select the SDD or the SSD. So best performance critical but higher cost, and it is for the cost optimized. As we can say, it's the lower cost. And here, as I said, the basic with the basic, you can initially you can provide your the capacity, right? That how much space we want in this. So we can give the here the capacity, and you can go ahead with the. Then further we have to select the area or the region where we want to configure the data. Then as I said that this is zonal service, then you can select any of the region, and based on the requirement, right? And you can select the region. So it will if you will not select, then it will select any one of these available. When we talk about connections, then we have to select here the VPC, and it is said that choice is permanent. We cannot change after creating the or after provision the instance. Further, if we see here allocated IP range, so when you allocate this IP range, when this option is selected, use an automatically allocated IP range recommended, right? So this is recommended approach, and what it will give us the any client available within the this VPC can access this Filestore, right? But if you want any custom IP range, then you can give us because this is for the GCP, right? Google will use this IP to create subnets in their own environment. So this is not for us. And further, if we talk to advanced network, right? So private service access connection available. If you want to, so just then you can create the default supporting adding private service access connection. This connection enable us to service to communicate exclusively by using their internal IP addresses. Like the if you want to enable private access, right? So same thing is this. And if what the configuration in your file share, and if you want to give the file share name here, right? Just like the file system name, what we are sharing, just like I'm giving the name as NFS share 2, right? And this cannot be changed after provision the instance. Here is the access control, whether grant access to all client on the same VPC, then every client can access the this file share. And if you want to give the access to specific, then what you can do, you can give the IP address here and what level of access you want to give, right? And what does it mean by admin, editor, and admin? So if you want to know that, so with the viewer read only access and root scarce enable. With if you will select the editor role, it gives the read write access and root scarce enable. Admin viewer read only access, root scarce disabled, and the admin read write access with the root scarce disabled. So these are the options you can select based on your requirement. So I'm not going to selecting this because right now I will be providing the access to every client in this. And if you want to give any kind of the label, right, just like the text, the address, so you can give her here the detail. But right now I'm not going to click on the create button because it take little bit while, just like the 5 to 6 minutes or 8 minutes sometime, right? So I have already one of the instance I have provision with the this is the detail I have given this file share name, and this is time when I have created. I selected the basic STD tab and location where I have this is the. And if you want to copy, right, copy mount point, edit instance. If you want to edit, if you want to create backup, then you can create and delete if you want to. Let's copy this mount point. So I have copied this, and what you have to do, just like we can mount it to GKE VM instance. So I don't have right now GKE. I will be mounting on the GCE compute instance VM. Let's either let me go to the compute instance. So I have already one of the provision instance, and let's log into the instance, and we will be going to mount on this. So simply, if you want to mount this, there is a command, mount command, which used with the mount space -t and the just like the Filestore instance IP with the this file share name, right? We have shared with from there, and the mount point. So first you have to go to the VM instance, just like I have. Let me become the sudo or the root user with the privilege. Okay, right now if we say here df-kh, so we don't have any kind of the NFS here. Let me mount it, mount -t. Okay, yeah, also you have to before you mount, let's find out ref-i nfs, sorry, install nfs in kernel. Little bit not yeah, this is the Ubuntu version of the Debian based machine, so I'm not much more familiar on this. But yeah, you need to install the uh, nfs-kernel package or something like that, that RPM. Then only you would be able to, because the NFS client need the NFS client software to mount. So here you what you can do, just like I have given the, sorry, let me copy from there. In Filestore, we have to write here Filestore. Let me open into a new tab, and let's see what is the IP address they have assigned to this Filestore, right? And accordingly we will be going to mount it to mount point, any of the mount point. So here you can copy the mount point detail, copy mount point, right? And I have already one of the directory NFS, sorry, I think it's get home kdir/mount point. So I have and mount -t nfs. This is the IP address of the Filestore instance, and this is the mount point. Let's wait for a while. It will be get mounted. This is successfully mounted, and we can see here we have provisioned 1 TB of the Filestore, and it is available with the 1007 GB already. So this is the all about the file store and the how we can mount on the GCE instance, VM instance, right? So here you can go with the manage service, and based on for the if you want to go with the pricing tier and everything, then you can see here also it give the detailed summary on this side, right? What will be the cost to monthly estimated cost, and further you can check the GCP documentation, so that will be give you the more detail on the pricing. So that's all about the GCP file store and how we can mount to the GCP compute engine. So we have seen, let's summarize everything that we have created a file system, and also if you want to create a backup, right, then let's go to the open it, right? You go to the backup, and if you want to create the backup, then you can click on the create backup, and you can give the detail where you want to and the backup ID, then you can create the backup, right? So this is all about the backup. So we have created the file system. What is the file system? It works on the NFS version Pro, NFS version 3. So any compatible NFS version 3 compatible VM client will be able to access this, or we will be able to mount on the server. So that's all about the file store, and let's meet into another video. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for time. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and share with your friends. Okay. Thank you for joining. Have a nice day. Bye bye.